1, 2, 3, 4. What's up, besties? Welcome back to another episode of IEM Besties.
Woo-hoo.
It's Memorial Day, guys.
Yeah.
What the fuck is Memorial Day?
To remember.
To remember who?
I think it's to remember the fallen.
But isn't that what Veterans Day is for?
I think that's to thank the veterans for their service. Actually, I don't know.
Not to remember them?
Well, you might remember better. I'm like, I don't know but I think Memorial Day is like those who have passed.
Oh, okay,
and Veterans Day is like those who have served.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
But I don't support the military-industrial complex, so don't quote me on that.
I just feel like it's an unnecessary day.
Yeah. I mean, I find it necessary just because I don't want to work, you know?
Oh, true.
So shout out to them.
Shout out to the fallen.
Shout out to the fallen. Like, rest in peace.
And this is not disrespect to some people who have been who have family members in the military and have served and did their rightful duty. But I do think as a whole, it's kind of hypocritical.
I do too. And like I said, I really don't support the military industrial complex. Mm-hmm. Like, again, when we think about 9/11, what happened at 9/11? It wasn't even Iraq or Iran who were the quote unquote terrorists, right?
Yeah.
But who did we go to war with? Iraq and Iran.
They just closed their eyes and they're like, yeah.
Right. And they the perpetrators actually from Saudi Arabia. But why won't they go against Saudi Arabia? Because oil. OPEC.
Right here.
Right
here.
Exactly. So I just don't support those wars because I think it's really to serve corporations,
right,
and really not to lay the ground for democracy.
Yeah.
The United States has actually done a lot to, have countries go back and revert to like authoritarian governments. Like Iran, like they had a democratically elected president. The United States assassinated them.
Damn.
Or I don't know if I could say that word. They unalived them.
Yeah.
And they were democratically elected.
And yeah, it's usually like the argument too of like, well, they're serving our country, like our freedom. I'm like, bitch, we're chilling. Like, they're not doing nothing for us.
Right.
This is not for us at all.
Who's invading us?
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest. Who's invading us? That like I have to be like careful that my freedom
is in jeopardy.
The 3 Supreme Court justices that were appointed by a president, those are actually the people who are infringing on my human rights as a woman, right? As an individual, as a person. Because why was Roe versus Wade overturned over it's 40, 50, 60 years later? And it's in someone's lifetime. But we want to go drop, I don't want to beat the word, but you want to drop bombs or whatever the heck would alms. I don't know. You want to drop bombs in a country and help eradicate people like Syria? Obama dropped bombs every 8 minutes in Syria.
Do they still make students stand for the pledge? Do you know?
I think you have to. Yeah, I never did that. I would just stand, but this is even before me was being politically like.
You were already.
I was like, I do not pledge allegiance to this flag.
It just didn't make any sense to me because at the time I was not against religion, but I was very, very disconnected with God. I was like, under God, like, why do I have to do this? Like, this doesn't make any sense.
And if there's a separation of church and state,
that part,
right? Because not everyone believes I believe in God, but not everybody believes in God. Exactly. So you're putting an oath to a God you don't even believe in.
Exactly. And like, I'm forced to do it.
Right.
And it's like, no one, like, who the fuck is going to come into the class and be like,
right. No.
Or the fact that they would even send you to the principal's office if you.
They would send you to the principal's office.
Yeah, they'd be like, you need to get up, like you're being disrespectful, and I would always be like, to who?
You got sent to the principal's office?
To the office, at least. I don't remember if I got sent to the principal's office,
way.
But I would get in trouble for like not standing for the pledge. I didn't do it often, but I was just more, to me, it was like, this is so unnecessary. Like, this seems like a waste of time.
I feel like that's against your constitutional right to like protest as a person, as a citizen.
I didn't know that at the time. I was a little dumb girl. I was just doing it to be a little bitch, but
yeah. I mean, at the time, I would have just, if they told me to, but I would just literally just stand there like.
Yeah, and then we have to put our hands over our hearts.
You're not. I'm not putting my hand over.
Yeah, like do other countries? Do
I
that
will
shit?
serve crack before I serve this country.
No, really.
Yeah, no.
Do you normally like do stuff on Memorial Day though, or you just take the day?
I just take the day, or everyone goes to the beach. But I feel like I haven't gone to the beach for Memorial Day in a long time.
I just feel like anyone who goes to the beach on days where they know that everyone's gonna be on the beach is literally crazy.
Yeah, you have to wake up super early
and save your spot and be in the hot ass sun,
right?
Making sure nobody like takes it. And either way, there's gonna be so many other people around you.
So many other people, and we like to do things. Typically when I go with my homies, so I just like. You just can't, You can't do that in close proximity to true. A bunch of families. At least you can. It just makes me feel bad.
And then they look at you, which is like, duh, of course, I don't blame
I get it.
them. I look when somebody's like,
they're like,
shum shum, and I'm like,
they're like, really, my 3-year-old child? I'm like, the wind is blowing west, and you're on my east side. Yeah.
I hate that though. Like, I hate that we can't drink at the beach. Not gonna lie.
That is so stupid.
Like when they like drive, yeah.
But
when they like drive by and they're like checking you, I'm like, oh, bitch.
That's so stupid.
It's dumb. Why is that even? It's just so fucking.
I don't know, because you can't drink in like public spaces.
I guess it makes sense because like either way, like people would trash the hell out of the beach. They already trash.
They already trash it. Yeah. I'm like,
we're very upset with this country today on this Memorial Day.
I'm remembering that I'm mad. There's just so many things to be upset about.
Yeah, that's true. But there's also things to be happy about.
Right. Like what? Give me something to be happy about. You found your dogs.
I found my dogs. Guys, my dogs had gone missing this week. Guys, I cut my hair.
Oh, wait. Yes. Let's stop there. The hair. When I walked, first when she posted the photo, I had to stop in my tracks and hold my big ass iPod in front of me. I'm like, bitch, it looks amazing. I love you with short hair. I think short hair is, you could do both, but I don't know, this hair, you look like sexier.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Comment if you think I look sexy.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, go on the YouTube and comment if you think she's hot.
Subscribe to our channel if you think I'm hot. I love cutting my hair because I'm like, I said this on my story too, but I am truly such a believer that hair holds on to energy. And I think every time I've gone through something like horrible in my life, I tend to cut my hair. But this past like year and a half, I was like, don't cut your hair. Like, bless you.
Thank you.
Because I had been growing it for 3 years, so I was like, no, like,
oh my God.
Like how long you've worked for it and whatever.
Yeah.
But I had also really damaged it because of like the red, and then I did a little bit of blonde in it. So I was like, my curls were really sad.
Yeah.
And I missed my curls more than I liked the length.
Got it.
And I hate when bitches have long hair and it's dead.
Dead, yeah.
It just seems ridiculous to me because it looks like shit.
Let it go, babe.
No offense, y'all, but get a haircut. So she had told me. So the way that I had last got it cut, because the way I wear it curly, it didn't suit my head shape.
Okay.
And my curls were so sad that the disconnect of my curls and the length, she was like, it's going to take a few tries, like a few cuts before it gets to its like natural bounce back. And I was like, I don't want to do that. Just fucking like cut it all off. Yeah. Damn. So I cut it. This is actually the shortest I've ever cut it.
Really? I'm telling you, it looks hot. Like it looks like a sexy like haircut.
Thank you. Yeah. So this is my new hair, guys. It's annoying because it's kind of, since it's so short, if I sleep on it like wrong, I have to fix it, and it looks like it's a lot of maintenance, kind of.
Yeah, you need to get that Denman brush. I'm telling you.
I got it. I did. I didn't do it this morning because I was in a rush, but I did it over the weekend. I went to a quinceañera with like when I used it. 10 out of 10. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Oh my God, guys! If you have curly hair, if you don't have curly hair, if you have your sister, cousin, tia, friend. I actually did a hair tutorial. Actually, I'm gonna post it on my IG, the short one. But if you want like a more in depth, like my product, I still show my products on my IG, but still like the products, how I do it, the breakdown. It's only like 5-6 minutes, my video, and you can watch it. Get the products, but if you don't get anything, get the Denman brush. Hey, we're not sponsored, but if y'all know somebody that knows somebody, tell them to come sponsor us, because now we're officially both the curly hair bitches with Denman brushes. It's transformed our lives. Subscribe to our Patreon. That video hopefully will be posted sometime this week. Maybe it's Wednesday. Maybe I'll have Soul post both videos, because we always have more videos. But yeah, for sure, be posted this week. I already have the videos when I went to DC. Like, drop that. Yeah. But did you love it?
No, I really did.
Did you do like small sections?
Kind of, because the bottom of my hair is so short that it curls naturally. So it was just I feel like the lengthier parts on top, it just molds it really nicely.
Yeah.
But I didn't know like the texture of the comb. So like I thought it was just a regular brush and people were just kind of using it to mold their curls, but it lays your hair like in a way where like it doesn't cause frizz or anything like that. So I really, really loved it. I honestly really recommend it.
It's the best product.
I'm bummed I didn't use it before. Like, I'm upset it took me this long.
I totally agree with you. I'm like, I did never really, because I always had curly hair.
Yeah.
People who don't have curly hair, they'll tell you, is your hair naturally like that? My hair, yes, it was naturally like that. Like, I didn't use a product. So I always felt like, oh, I have nice hair.
Yeah.
But the only thing I do have to say about the Denman brush, I kind of do like my hair big. In the Denman brush, I feel like my hair's more contained. Yeah. But I'm learning to use it in a way that I can like whip it out so that it's more out than down instead of like just down. Yeah. I think when you brush it, try to brush it to, if you want your hair to have more volume, brush it to like the side, like this way. Yeah. Or maybe up, and it'll give it more volume.
My only issue with it is that when I do that, like I did it like that for the quinceañera, I did it like kind of a longer section to the side. Yeah. When I sleep on it, I can't separate the curls, so it looks weird once I start like kind of shaking out my hair. Okay, that was my only thing. So today I only did it like in these front ones. It looks really cute with the Denman. And I was like that too. I was like, I could just finger coil my hair. Like I don't need the brush. Yeah. But you need the motherfucking brush.
Yeah. It's changed my life. Like I literally feel like, how the fuck? I like you, bitch. Like, how did I not get this brush sooner? Like, why did nobody tell me this?
That's usually how I am with curly products though, because I'm so picky. Yeah. Right now though, I'm gonna just drop everything I've been using. I love Paul Mitchell, the Clean Beauty. That's the shampoo I'm using, y'all. I love Paul Mitchell. And then for hair, because sometimes like oiling your scalp tends to clog your pores. So I'm using a scalp oil from the brand Divi. Go ahead and comment Besties on Divi so we can get sponsored for that as well.
Yeah, I'm trying to try some Divi.
No, it's bomb because it's a water-based oil. So you can put it on and it doesn't leave your hair like, it doesn't cause
clogging?
Yeah, or like
buildup. Okay, wait. So that's like if your scalp is dry, because I have a dry scalp.
I think you can use it for dry scalp. It does have like a minty kind of freshness to it. So when you put it, you feel that.
Oh, I need that.
But you can use it daily because it's water based, so it doesn't like cause buildup, make it look like oily and shit.
Okay,
yeah,
I need that.
I really like it. They also have pills because I started taking the pills, but it's for a day. That's too much. That's too much. And I already take so many. I actually have one of my vitamins, my probiotics, stuck in my throat currently.
Stop.
I saw a video of like doctors saying that like pills can get lost in your body. Like you can take an x-ray and there's like sometimes like a buildup of pills that like you don't really digest, just stuck in your body.
And they don't like disintegrate?
I guess not. Dissolve? Like you're supposed to, yeah, right? You're supposed to, that's why you're supposed to take it with food. So, like, your body digests it. But I'm like, what the fuck? So, there's just a bunch of, I mean, not everyone probably, but, like, there's a bunch of pills
just in your body somewhere.
I go through the x-ray at the airport.
They're like, stop, ma'am.
Yeah, we're going to need a cavity check.
Yeah. Oh, my God. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so what else? So, you said that was the hair oil.
The Divi hair oil. I use Paul Mitchell. I also use the Paul Mitchell leave-in conditioner.
Do you like leave-in conditioner?
I do, but because my hair is really frizzy. Okay. So if I don't put it, and then my hair needs like lots of hydration. So if I don't put it, it just feels like brittle almost.
Got it. Do you use like a clarifying shampoo?
Yeah, maybe
not
like
often?
Not often because it does dry out your scalp.
Oh my God, is that why my scalp is getting extra dry?
Do you use it every time?
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be it.
Okay, immediately changing because I have dry scalp. Like I'm like, is it caspa, is it dandruff? But I'm like, no, because it flakes different. You know, I just feel like it's literally my scalp when it gets so dry. But I started using the clarifying shampoo and then it did help. And then now I think because I only use it, maybe it is drying out my scalp.
Yeah, and it is annoying because hair does hit a plateau. Like if you use a product too many, like for a certain amount of times, you kind of have to switch it up because your hair does get used to it. But clarifying shampoo, you're not supposed to technically use it every shower. I mean, I guess if you shower like once every 2 weeks or something.
Oh,
but because it dries out your hair. And
oh my
your
God,
scalp.
I've been using that like. Well, now I'm not washing my hair that often, but like every 3-4 days, I'll probably use that.
It's honestly, I feel like having curly hair is so stressful.
It's a process.
And I didn't know. My hairstylist, shout out to Bettina, she just told me that the reason curly hair is so sensitive, I guess, it's because there's so many, because it's curly, there's so many points for it to break. Which like straight hair, since it's just all
It's
together,
just your ends. It makes
sense,
sense,
really doesn't do anything.
That makes sense though, actually.
I know. I was
like you're thinking about the curl. Yeah.
Exactly. I was like, oh,
Damn.
girl.
Wow, science.
Yeah.
Women in STEM.
I love going to. If you have curly hair, I really recommend getting your hair cut by someone who cuts curly hair.
Please invest, guys. I'm telling you this as a bitch who had the same haircut my entire life. I've never had layers. I never had layers. I was those when you go into a regular ass little shop, and be like, cut your hair. Do you want it the U? Do you want it the V? That's it. Like, no framing. Once I went to my hairstylist and she framed my face with curls, I swear to God, I looked like I lost fucking 10 pounds plus my fucking bangs. And she framed my face in a way that even now, like when I have my hair straight, there's like some like layers, there's like some difference in length. Whereas before when I used to straighten my hair, it was just like straight and then one little piece right here. Like it even looks great, like straightened, So invest, even if it's one time in a curly haircut. And then just go to maintain it with somebody that you know and trust can like follow, an existing pattern. Yeah,
it's hard because I think only people who have curly hair really care about making sure they have that I guess what is it?
Like experience, like satisfaction.
No, like oh my God, I'm totally brain farting. Like, if you don't have curly hair, you don't really care about investing in learning about curly hair. Yeah. Which sucks because that's like, when I went to beauty school, they didn't teach me anything about curly hair. And I remember one time, because in beauty school, y'all, like, you can go get your hair done at beauty schools. And I had gotten this girl, and she showed me, like the hairstyle she wanted. She had gorgeous curly hair. I think she kind of had it like yours. But I didn't know anything. Mind you, I had curly hair. I didn't know anything about curly hair. I didn't know how to style it. I don't know how to do anything. None of my teachers had curly hair. Wow. So when she like came in and showed me what she wanted, they were like, oh, do it like this and like this. And I ended up doing it, and it looked terrible. Like terrible. And she was really upset. But I was just like, this is as much knowledge as I have.
This is what I know.
And everyone was just like, well, that's just the way it came out. Like, that's just her hair. And I remember when I was like 16, the person who used to cut my hair, she tried to diffuse my hair, and dude, it looked insane. But she didn't know how, like she literally didn't know how to do curly hair. And it upsets me that people who are hairstylists don't invest in learning that skill. Because it, one, completely expands your clientele. And two, it's kind of like a fuck you in the face to everyone who has curly hair. Because the haircuts are not built for us.
Yeah, because like, think about it. Your clientele, if you're usually like, like Latinos and white people, there's some like Indian people who have like really straight hair. But think about it. You could open up yourself to a bunch of nationalities and ethnicities. Like, because curly hair is so prominent in like the POC space, like there's so many different races. Like, girl, you can quadruple your money and
100%
get that Diva Curl certification. And yes, I paid $200 for my curly haircut. Granted, I included a protein treatment, but off the top, it was $150. And as a bitch who does not spend money on her hair, I do not even own a straightener. And I was gifted the blow dryer that I used for my hair. The $150 was the best investment I made last year.
100%.
The best investment.
And you know what? Even when I found out that I needed to, I think when I first did the cut, I had a bunch of treatments too. I think I spent like $300 on my hair. No color, just cut and treatment. I was blown away. I was like, this is way too much. Like, this is just not... This is absurd when I can get a $50 haircut elsewhere. And then I did, and I never go back. Like my one of my best friends, she's the one who does my color, and I love her to death. But I really don't. I try not to stray away from my curly curly hairstylist.
Yeah.
And she always gives me good tips when I go to, so it's fun. She's the one who showed me how to style my curly hair. Like, she's the best. If you have curly hair, really invest in it, because it can be. It's hard to love your hair if you don't know and no one's there to teach you how to manage it.
It's hard to love your hair. I feel like that is a moment for that. It's so hard to learn to love your hair, especially when you have curly hair, especially when, you grew up back then, it's like everyone has straight hair. All you wanted was straight hair. Like it was so hard to learn to love your hair. And like you said, when you don't know what products to use, when you don't know what brush, something so simple as a brush.
Or how much of the product to use. Like I used to think like I had to use a tiny bit, and you got to put product in that hair. Like you got to put product that's going to hold those curls. Invest in like taking the time. Like people are like, oh, like you said, like, oh, your hair just does that. No, bitch. This takes me like 40 minutes to an hour to get my hair look like this.
Yeah. It literally, and I'm not gonna lie, I feel like that's why I fought so long to not like really put a lot of attention to my hair, because I already spent 2 hours doing my makeup. And I'm like, it's gonna be ridiculous. I'm gonna need 3 hours every time. And I do need those 3 hours every time, because my hair is like 40 minutes alone. Like alone. Because if I gotta do the sections, gotta get this, break down that section to the little pieces. And but I love it because then my hair looks good for the next 2-3 days. Like when I was in DC, the server came. She's like, "Oh, I love your hair. She has straight hair." I was like, "Oh, is it?" And she asked me, "Oh, is that your hair naturally?" And I was like, "Oh, I use these brush." Let me tell you, one thing I have to say that I do roll my eyes is when bitches with straight or wavy straight hair want to come and like, "Oh my god, my hair's so curly." I'm sorry, I am those bitches. I give an eye roll. I'm like, your hair's never gonna look like mine.
Girl, you're not one of us.
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, girl, why are you trying to be in a club? Like, you clearly have straight or wavy hair. Like, you don't have curly hair.
Yeah.
If I get out the shower and I don't do anything, my hair's gonna naturally curl.
Yeah.
You get me? If you get out the shower and your hair's a natural wave, then you just have naturally wavy hair. Granted, there are some hair who is dehydrated and they do need to style, but like, naturally my hair is curly. Like you can't confuse me,
If you can blow dry your hair with no tension and it looks fine, you don't have curly hair.
You don't have curly hair. And it's like, stop. And I still gave her the products, because I'm not a fucking hater. But then some other lady that was sitting all the way across before I left, she's like, wait, do you have a moment? I heard you're talking about hair. I gave her the Denver brush. I gave her the products. So like, we are saving curly hair girls one at a time. I promise you guys, get the products Steph's talking about. Get the products I'm talking about. And if you don't get anything else, get the Denman brush. Send them an email. Tell them we Besties told you to go and that they need to sponsor us.
Exactly.
Because this changed my life.
No, really. I wish I had it like when I was I wish I loved my hair when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Like my little niece, she has kind of like yours. She does, and she's just starting to a different another. You know us Mexicans, we have 1,000 nieces. Yeah. But she's just going into high school, and I just saw her. And her hair's long, I think past her butt, but it's curly, so sometimes you can't tell.
It's long as fuck.
And I saw her and she straightened it, and I was like, no, don't do it. Like, don't do it.
The phase, the era.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard not to want to burn your hair off, especially when all you see on TV and like your friends, like if you go to a party, like you have to do your hair. Like I've been trying to go out with my natural hair to like events, like parties, weddings, and whatever.
You feel like you could never go out with your natural hair?
At the time, no. And I think when I had even when I had the red, it just, your curls get sad when you know, like when you used products that aren't working, when you add chemicals to it, like they get sad. It's just realistic. Like most of the time you have to wear your hair pretty natural color to maintain the curl. So it just wasn't looking the way I wanted it to. And that's why with the red, I kind of always wore it for the most part, like straight in a blowout. Yeah. Because the color in itself did look better.
Yeah.
Straight.
I don't think I ever saw you like with your, I only saw it a few times, I think, like when we filmed.
Yeah. But it was also because I would flat iron it and then I would leave it for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I wouldn't wash. I would wash it maybe like 3-4 times a month.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. But it looked good. The color looked good.
Yeah, the color did look good. I was looking at pictures and I was like, okay, she was cute.
She was cute. She was a moment.
Yeah, she was a moment, and the moment has passed. Bitch.
The moment has passed. But we never know what's to come. Now she's in her short hair era.
Yeah, I'm in my curly girl era.
Curly girl
Especially because it's summer and it gets hot. And honestly, long hair is fucking annoying.
It is. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how long my hair was till like I got it straight.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, my hair's so long.
I love it. Your hair is one of my favorite hairs in the world.
Oh,
it's so beautiful.
Thank you. My sister has gorgeous hair. Like I was actually, I went to my mom's house this weekend. It was my sister. I'm like, oh my God, your hair is literally down to her fucking ass. Like I couldn't believe it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Curly?
And she used to perpetually straighten her hair. She was one of those curly, and she has the most gorgeous curls.
Dude, okay, see, those are the bitches that piss me off. The ones that have hair so strong, like, that will sustain anything.
Anything.
They'll flat iron it, they'll blow dry. That's my mom. She has the softest, most gorgeous hair ever.
Wow.
And, like, you can add as much heat as you want. It does nothing. My hair with one, like, flat iron, it's done for. Like, it'll get sad.
Yeah, no. But her curls were fucked up, but she let it grow out.
Oh, okay,
And now they're, like, fully, like, thriving, living their best life. I'm telling you, her hair's, like, long, and each curl is, like, coily.
How old is your sister?
She would not like me to say that, but she's older than me.
Okay.
But she looks really young.
Because that's what I was thinking. I was like, okay, I'm gonna
say she's in her 30s.
Okay, perfect.
Early 30s.
That's what I was thinking, but I'm saying that I'm gonna be 28, so by the time I'm 32, 33, I want to have long hair again, but I'm making it a goal that I want to have long curly hair.
Okay.
Yeah, yes. Like I'm gonna let my curls. I'm still gonna add color, but nothing crazy anymore because I do want to maintain.
No
my
more
curls.
Bleaching.
No.
Okay. Then you got to stop bleaching at like 29, 30.
Well, I'm done bleaching it now. I'm just gonna start adding more like highlights? I guess like chocolate. Okay. More chocolatey because I don't like my natural hair color either. It's too dark.
Really? I do love this brown on you though.
Thank you.
I actually think it's a really.
I think the damage was worth the color that I got. Not gonna lie, I love this color.
Yeah, it's a really good color. It's like a
little brown.
Yeah, like a chocolate, but there's still like the low, like you can see some low lines, so it's kind of pulling in some honey.
Shout out to Diana. Yes. Diana, let me look. Diana.isla She just changed her name, but she's one of my best friends. Diana.isla Y'all go follow her. She does amazing color. She's one of my best friends.
Yeah, shout out to her. Your hair looks amazing.
Thank you.
I want to do some like highlights. But first, I've always said this. My first need to get in shade, get my life together, and then do it. Cause I'm gonna do such a dramatic change. That I'm gonna look like the same bitch. Like I need to do a dramatic change and be a different bitch. So I'm actually gonna do the opposite. I want to eventually dye all my hair. But not anytime soon.
A big shocker to everyone. Yeah. Just be like, hey, what's up?
I'm not trying to spend $700 right now.
No, for real. That shit is crazy. I hate that. I hate how much money like doing. Because I think back, like, remember when you could do your nails for like $40? Oh
my God, that's like your deposit nowadays.
Yeah, if that.
And now, quick break to shout out our sponsors.
Woo!
Salud. You guys, honestly, I'm obsessed with Salud. Like, it is so good. If you know me, you know I only really like to drink water and even like to drink juices. And so this plus your cute little tumblers that just really make you feel like you're doing something. Like, I love putting the mango chili. God, that one, it's just too good. It's too good.
Especially with summer coming up, they have hydration packets, they have focus packets. If you need energy to go to the gym, they have energy packets. All the flavors you love, they have them. Trust me, it is so worth it. And you can get your own with the discount code, i.e. Besties, for 10% off. Plus, they have a bundle deal right now where you buy 3 and save $10 on top of the discount code.
And plus, it's almost their 3-year anniversary. Oh my God, they're turning 3. You know the best things come in 3s. So shout out to them. They might have additional discounts on their 3-year anniversary, so stay tuned. But don't forget, extra $10 off with 3, and the extra 10% with IEN Besties.
Yes. Plus, you get free shipping with orders of $75 or more. So you definitely don't want to miss it. Check the link in the bio. It directly applies the code. So go get your own while you still can right now. Go.
Yes. Now back to the episode. I was watching a video with Beyonce's mom. You know how Beyonce has that brand Sacred. Also, Sacred, if y'all want us to try your products, let us know. You know, I love Beyonce. We're team.
We are team Beyonce. There's no teams here, okay?
Yeah, there's no teams, but if there were one, I'm definitely team Beyonce.
But there's no, because it's a holy trinity, and for me, it's Beyonce, Adele, Taylor. Like,
hey, that's in the women we trust.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's gonna be our new Besties logo
and our mission statement. Yes. In women we trust. So she was a hairstylist before, like when Beyonce was growing up. She had her own hair salon, and they asked her like, "What do you think about the new hair stylists? Like there's nail salons and there's nail techs, right? So let's say hairstylists and like hair techs, right? Like that they come with your hair washed, blow dried, and then we'll do like the install or the dye or the color or whatever. But you have to come already prepared. Yeah, prepped, already prepped. And she's just like, that's so dumb. Like the whole point of really building that rapport and your clientele is sitting them down on your hair, assessing their hair. How am I gonna dye someone's hair and they're gonna come with their hair clean and washed, but did they use cheap products? Did they wash properly? Did they, detangle properly? Did the proper preparation in order for their hair to be completed and a look, like the person requested. And I just feel like, damn, that's so true. I feel like even I haven't had that experience, but even with like nail techs, like, oh, read all my policies, XYZ. And it's just
I don't do removals. I gotta come with your nails already
no
off.
soca. Yeah, no, don't work on this. Don't And it's just like, God, these people these days, I totally understand it's a luxury and you're paying for a luxury service. This is not a necessity like getting my fucking blood pumped because my, I've been drinking too much or my stomach pump or something. It's like, I want to do this to look good. But it's just like, okay, if you're making me pay a greater price, because at the salons, I could get my nails done probably for like $70 at this point, right? Solid, very basic. But it's like you're paying over $100, and it's just like they don't want to do the extra stuff. They don't give you a little hand massage. They don't put no lotion. Some don't even work your cuticle. They just lay the nail down, and that's it. Like, what do you think?
And
about
they
that?
like, I totally agree with her. Just because I think services are an experience. Like, I'm paying for an experience. I'm paying for the service, but I'm also paying for the experience because the price is so high that it can't just be like, yeah, you're talented, and that's, that's why you're in this line of work. But I also think that it's kind of like the podcast. Like if we just showed up and did nothing and kind of had low energy all the time, it's like, well, you're watching us.
Right.
Like, no, like I'm here to give you an experience. I'm here to have a good time. I'm here to, be, I guess, I don't know. I'm a huge believer in experiences. Yeah. And I think it's with everything, food, hair, everything. Like, my facial girl, she gives you a head massage, like she'll like neck massage. She'll do all these extra things that really is what keeps you going back. Yep. If you're just going to show up and be rude and be like, well, I don't really need to do this. Like, these are my policies. You should have read my policies. It's like, bitch, no. Like, you're selling yourself and you're not doing a very good job.
Right. You're not gonna make me want to come back. I'm not gonna feel satisfied paying $200 for a haircut.
Right.
And you couldn't wash and blow dry my hair. You couldn't style it when I left. You just gave me the haircut and sent me off on the day. That's ridiculous.
And like, it's like, well, I don't know how to do any of these things. You're the fucking expert. Like, you're the one who should be doing this. You're the one who should be saying, hey, or at least be more mindful. I have noticed that people tend to be rude about it.
Oh my God, so rude.
Like, that's just not okay because you're not going to be sustainable that way. And the reasons nail salons I think are still in business is because they are incredibly talented. They still do the job and they will do everything that you ask them to. Yep. Mind you, some of them can be rude, but it's like, whatever, they're still doing what I asked them to do, as opposed to an individual nail tech where, you show up and they're like, oh, I don't do soak offs. I don't do this. Like, that is all part of, you have to do all of that to get your license to begin with. And a lot of these people don't even have a license.
Right.
Which is also telling because like now your prices are insanely high. You're not giving me an experience. And I have to fucking do all the work for you?
Yeah.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, that's why I just feel like let's go back to giving people an experience in the service. You know, like as much as I understand having your policies, it's in your own place and this and that. Like, but let's think, do I want to have clientele or do I want to have a one-time, two-time client?
And the thing is, it's like a community. You know what I mean? Like how it feels so good to show up to a hair salon or a nail salon and that everyone there is going to greet you kindly and you're going to be able to have kind of, I think that space for like women, I feel like that's what it used to be, like where women would come together and cheese me out and whatever. Obviously that's very depending, but I do think like I love showing up. Like my nail tech is the fucking greatest. Every time I go, I crack up. Every single time I'm having a good time. Every time I see my facial girl, like you said, these are all luxuries, but it feels nice to be in a feminine space where you can have a good time and know you're getting quality work.
Right. And I feel satisfied paying the price. Like when I got my Swarovski nail set, like I had to pay extra money because it was, but when I looked at my nail, I'm like, everyone would tell me, "Oh my God, your nails are so cute. I
Yeah.
love them." And it was worth it. Like that was the whole point. If people saw my hair and like, "Oh, I love your hair. Who did you go to?"
Yes.
My sister went to my curly hair specialist the following week after.
Yeah.
Do you want to build clientele? That's that community. Because you're asking me,
Right.
oh, I love your skin looks amazing. Who are you going to? Your hair looks great. Who are you going to? That's how you're going to build that rapport.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like don't feel entitled just because you are the person providing that service that you shouldn't be kind and courteous and respectful. Like, granted, this is your space, right? This is your thing. You have the right to refuse service, but be courteous, you know, be kind. These people are paying you at the end of the day. It's different if you're just doing them a favor. Beggars can't be choosers. But if you're walking out paying $100 for something, be kind. You can respond to a message. Yes, someone might ask a dumbass question, but are you going to be annoyed? Well, it's in my policy.
Go back and read. Oh, bitch, just answer me.
Just send me your screenshot of your policy.
Yeah.
Hey, I actually have it highlighted, but let me share it here.
Yeah.
That's a good way to be a little shady. I actually have it in my highlights, but let me go and share it here in case you have trouble finding it. There you are. You could be a little shady, but still being, you know.
And then also, you know, recommending someone being like, oh, well, this girl cuts my hair, but she can be a little rude, you know, like that fucking sucks too.
Yeah.
Because now you're like, are they going to have a good service? Are they going to have a good time? You know, it's all those things. I think people need to, not necessarily that the customer is always right, but definitely pay more attention to why people are giving you back the energy that you're giving. I don't know. I feel like I've kind of finally found my set core people. Yeah, like I haven't got my nails done because they're so brittle and terrible right now. But I love my nail girl at Sochi Nailed Me. I love my hairstylist Diana.islamujer, and I love my curly girl haircut. I think hers is Embrace Texture. Let me see. I am gonna drop all these bitches because I love Embrace Texture. Shout out to all of them because they give quality service. They give amazing time. 10 out of 10 all through the fucking board.
Good. That's important. See, as long as you're happy. That's what it is. Like, have your client walk away happy.
And wanting to come back.
You know, and have your policies. But again, have a little grace.
Yeah.
You know, just like sometimes you got to wait for them because they're 15 minutes late. Have that same grace.
And you're there for so long. Like, it's not just even the money that you're spending. Like, hair alone takes at least minimum 2 hours.
Yeah, minimum.
Nails alone take minimum 2 hours. Like, facials, I guess they're like an hour and stuff. But regardless, it's like it's a lot of time that you're going to these things where it's like, you know, at least I would hate for someone to sit there uncomfortable for 2 hours.
Yeah, no, totally agree. Yeah. So tell me about who the fuck these dog nappers are.
All right. Oh, yeah, guys. So my dogs are not the most disciplined dogs on the planet. I would love to say that my dogs are smart and, you know, all these things, but they're little dummies. I think one of them has like her scent isn't the best. Okay. So I also feel like it's that part that they never come back because the guy only follows her. She's the leader, of course.
Yes.
But
for women.
Yeah, like she won't like if she has a toy, she won't find it, which she should be able to because
is she blind?
She's not blind, but her scent, I'm telling you, her scent is fucked up. Like she won't sniff around for it. And like if I get home, like my male dog, he'll sniff around the car. Like he'll be like, "Oh, what's going on here?" She never does that. Like I just think I don't know what happened to her. But so someone accidentally left the gate open and they ran off in the middle of the night. And I was devastated, of course. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be positive. I for the most part usually find my dogs. And I looked for them till like 2 a.m. because I wasn't home. So I got home like at around 11. And I started looking for them. I couldn't find them. It was already 2. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go to sleep. I'll look for them in the morning. So then I wake up like at 8 and I start looking for them until like 4 p.m. But the problem was that people were like, oh, I saw them here. I saw them there. I saw them over here. And they were like completely opposite ways. So I was like, at that point I had already lost hope because they had their tags that had my name, my address, and my phone number. I know you shouldn't put your address, but mine, since they had the tendency to leave so often, I was like, fuck it. So I was like, I know for a fact someone has found them and they just don't want to return them because they're really good dogs. Like they're kind, they don't bite, they're like they're so playful.
They're golden retrievers, right?
Yeah, they're golden retrievers, so they're just super
golden
super sweet.
Retriever energy.
Yeah, they're the cutest. And I think like around 4, I hadn't ate. So I went to get food and then I printed some posters. And I got home and I was so sleepy. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to take a little nap and then I'm going to go put up the posters. Because I do post online, but to me, I try, I don't really care for it because for the most part,
people are not
going to look. Like, I'm thankful that people post because the other people who maybe follow them
in the area
have seen them. That's what happened to me. Like, they were like, oh, I saw your dog, but from someone that had posted it. But posters, good old classics, guys. I always put up posters when I lose my dogs.
That's smart. Do you pick them up after?
I don't. I don't. You're right. I guess I should. I've only
They're probably
done it
in your
twice.
yard like, hey, I think someone stole your dog.
Yeah, they do keep calling me sometimes. Like, I think one time I went to the park and they were like, hey, I just saw your dog. And I'm like, no, that was me. Thanks. Yeah, and I guess it's bad for the environment, but sorry, guys.
Sorry.
So I was going to put up posters right when I step out of my door. Somebody calls me. They're like, hey, did you lose 2 dogs? And I was like, oh, I did. And they were like, oh, okay. Yeah, I think they're here. And I was like, but they spoke Spanish. They only spoke Spanish. They're like, oh, do you speak Spanish? So this story will be translated for entertainment purposes. Yes. And I was like, yeah, I speak Spanish, whatever. And he was like, oh, okay. But he started questioning me kind of like if they weren't my dogs. And then he goes, I just don't think it's right when people claim things that aren't theirs. And I was like, but you know they are mine because
you're
you
calling
called
the number
me
on
from
the
their
tag.
Yeah, I hadn't put the posters up. I really doubt they had seen anything online. And I didn't put my phone number online either. And so he's like, no, it's not that. It's just, I know who has them. And I was like, okay, well, can you tell me? And he was like, yeah, I'm going to send you the address. I just don't want any problems. And I was like, okay, well, just send me the address. Like, there's not going to be any problems. And he's like, okay. So then he hangs up. And then I'm like waiting because like he said he was going to send me the address and I was already on my way out. Nothing. So I call him back and I'm like, hey, are you going to send me the address? Because like I've been looking all day and honestly like this is urgent to me. Yeah, like it's not like, oh, la-di-da-di-da. Okay, whatever. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to send it right now. And then so he hangs up. Like it's not even like he says bye. He just hangs up. And like I'm waiting again. He doesn't send it. And then he sends me this text message. He put...
Like, does he want a picture with you and the dogs or what?
No, dude. He was such a little bitch. He put, una pregunta. ¿Cuánto costaría el meterme en problemas por decirle dónde están sus perros? Pero ojo, yo no se los entrego. Yo solo le diré dónde están. So then I call him back because I'm pissed. For those of you that don't speak Spanish, he pretty much just said, like, how much money are you willing to give me so I can give you this address? So I call him back and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, this is not right. You're either going to do the right thing or you're not. I was already going to give a reward, but the fact that you're asking for it just tells me that you're not doing this.
Or like, the kindness of your heart.
Yeah, like you're just doing it because you want money out of it. And if you're going to do that, then this is ridiculous to me. Like, you're either going to send me the address or you're not. And he's like, no, yeah, I'm going to send it to you. It's just, they're my boss. Like, my boss is the one keeping them and I don't want to get in trouble. And I was like, yeah, but I already told you you're not going to get in trouble. I'm not even going to pull up telling them that you told me. I'm going to show up. Like, if somebody told me they saw the dogs there. So then he's like, okay, I'm going to send it. So then he sends me the address and I pull up and it's a nursery and they have like little houses built on the property. So I pull up and we're kind of like, fuck, where are they? Nobody's there. And then we're like, let's turn the truck around. Like, let's put it in reverse so we can just kind of dip out if anything. Because he sounded really sus. Like, he sounded like sketchy. Yeah. And so I call him when I get there and I'm like, hey, I'm here. Like, I don't see anybody. He's like, oh, I'm coming out. So then like I get off and he looks sketchy as fuck.
Oh, hell no.
And so he's like, hey, I don't really want any problems. My boss isn't here right now. I don't want to get fired for this. And I started telling him, I'm like, why would you get fired for this? They're my fucking dogs. Right. And I told him, I was like, if you don't give them to me, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm going to call the cops. Yeah. And so, dude, they had them in a horse stable, like literally the most furthest horse stable at the complete back of the property. So there was like no way I was ever going to find my dogs. Because they were completely like, it was like, there wasn't even sunlight.
They were enclosed.
They were enclosed, yeah. And as soon as I got off, like, I hear him, my male dog barking. And he, like, so whatever. We walk back there, hella sketch, guys. And at that point, I'm fuming. But I also didn't want to, like, start trouble. I just wanted my dogs back. Yeah. Because people were messaging me and they're like, you're better than me. Like, I would have, made a fit. But I'm like, bitch, first of all, I'm a woman. Obviously, my boyfriend and my cousin were there with me, but I don't want, I don't want them to get into trouble.
I'm not looking for I just want my dogs.
Exactly. And they had him in these horse stables all the way in the back. He lets them out, and then he starts talking on the phone with someone. I immediately dipped to my car, though, and I'm, like, putting him in the car. And I guess my cousin heard him talking to, like, his boss, and he's like, oh, se los están llevando, ya se están yendo. Like, pretty much, like, hurry up, like, come. But I threw him in the car, and I dipped. And then that was it. And but since my address was on the tag, I was like, fuck, like, what if they come to my house? Yeah. Like, I got scared. Especially because, like, I'm a woman and, like, there's not always someone at my house. And I was also scared that they were going to come, like, take them back or something. Yeah. So I was, like, really nervous last night. And even this morning, like, I kept, like,
looking to see
making sure they were there. Yeah, but
do they bark when, like, someone approaches the gate? Or
sometimes they do. But since they're up all night, they kind of sleep, like, all until, like, the noon. Yeah, and then they're up, like, ya en la tarde. Damn. And they're not the greatest, like, guard dogs. They're golden retrievers. They're pretty friendly.
Like, they'll probably go with that person.
Yeah, they're 100% they would. I hate that. I'm gonna get a guard dog though, but I was really sad, and it's happened to me before. Like, they kidnapped my little Pom once too, because they're so friendly. That,
oh my God.
And she escaped their house and came home. Yeah. And then they showed up to my house, and they were like, "Oh, Camila's back," and I was like, "Yeah." But I was so happy that she was back that I didn't process what had happened. And they were like, "Hey, like, their little girl came back, and then she chit chatted with me, and then she left, and then she came back with her brother." And they chit-chatted with me, and then she left, and then they came back with their dad. But they were just talking to me, and I was just like, what the fuck? So then I was like, hey, whatever, And then they finally leave, and she texts me, and she's like, so you're not going to give us any money? I could have taken her to the pound. And I literally was like, you should have taken her to the pound. I would have found her faster. Like, you're literally 4 houses down, and you were keeping my dog knowing she lives right here. Like, you were just waiting for the reward. And I was like, I'm not going to give you a reward because of that.
Wow. People are finessers in your street.
They're bitches. These people weren't on my street. They live on San Bernardino and Linden. I'm dropping their shit. Matter of fact, not just kidding.
I'm like,
it's a nursery. So if you guys know of a nursery off San Bernardino and Linden, don't go there.
Damn.
Yeah, people are really cruel. It's mean. I think it's just like a mean thing to do. It is.
Dogs are your family.
Yeah. Like, some people don't care, but if you're only finding a dog and picking it up expecting a reward, that's fucked up. Because some people don't have rewards money to give. Yeah.
Like $20,
No, literally.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. Damn.
Actually, 3 of my dogs have gotten kidnapped, but one of them, they gave her back 10 days later. Literally 10 days later. What? And I only knew she got kidnapped because the story they were giving me, at first they were like, oh yeah, we found her. We were hiking, going up the mountain, and we found her, like, there because there's a park by my house with a little hill. And I was like, oh, crazy, whatever. And then he's like, and then, like, I was talking, I guess kept making conversation out of nowhere. They're like, yeah, we almost ran her over with our car when we were driving. That's how we got her. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah. And then I guess, which is ridiculous that they didn't know I spoke Spanish. I could hear them, like, talking between each other because I had only given them, I think, like $200 or something. And they're like, oh, si es todo lo que te van a dar, ya no les des nada. Like, no les des la comida, no les des eso, ni sé para qué se la regresamos. And I was like, bitch, you're lucky I already gave you the money. I would have snatched that shit back.
Wow.
People are so cruel. And I left too. Then I was like, man, fuck you guys. And they had sent me pictures. Like, they had already, like, dressed her up. They had bought her a collar. But she's my Cocker Spaniel. She's insufferable. She's the most fucking annoying dog on the planet. And I genuinely think that's why they gave her back. Like, for real. Because it was 10 days later. I had already, because at the pound, if your dog doesn't have a collar, they give you, I think it's 7 days to claim it. And if they have a collar, they give you 10 days. So at the 9th day, I went to all the pounds, like, looking for her. And I was like, no, I'm not going to find her. Like, I just have to let her go. And then on the 10th day, they called me.
Wow.
Yeah, it's so weird. That weird shit like that always happens to me with my dogs. They're so bad.
As long as you get your puppies back, that's all that matters. Speaking about mean-ass people, what do you think about people saying Fannita's mean? That she's now a mean girl, now that she's in her skinny girl era.
I don't know. Because...
Let's give context. Give context.
So what happened with Fannita is she kind of went on a rant that she wasn't getting sponsorships as she should because she's already kind of a big influencer as opposed to, I don't remember who she was comparing herself.
Earl.
Oh, she was comparing herself to Alex Earl. And she kind of just went on this huge old rant, like, I guess, requesting more sponsorships. And people did not take that well. And they're saying that she's black woman who has mostly white followers, or like she's one of those like token black women. And so everyone's starting to say like, oh, well, these are actually the issues with Fannita, and like kind of picking at her. I personally think her ego is a little inflated, but I do think it's valid. I think I think her podcast is amazing. I think she has a great platform. And I think when you get your confidence and you start to kind of exert that confidence, people don't take it well. Mm-hmm. So I don't think she's a mean girl. I just think she's feeling sexy and confident and bomb, and I think wants her check. Yeah, I think people are trying to knock her for it.
I think too, what people were comparing, like, I think that Alex Earl girl, I don't follow her. I didn't really know who she was either, but she has like 7 million followers. I think that's what someone said, and her engagement is like really high. Mm-hmm. And I think Fannita has 2 million followers, but also has like really high engagement. And they're like, you can't compare someone whose full brand is like beauty lifestyle with almost 3 times as many followers as you, like her check, compared to someone who their content is more like authentic, kind of more like lifestyle, not really specific niche, you know? Yeah. It's just kind of like all across the board. Mm-hmm. They're like, it's not the equivalent. The equivalent maybe would have been someone like maybe like a Brittany Broski. I don't know how many followers she has to make that comparison, but I don't watch too much of their content, but I feel like they're probably similar. Brittany Broski has a pod. I don't think that her niche is like beauty. Yeah, you know, I think she's also over like comedy skits, natural, authentic, everyday kind of lifestyle. So I feel like if she should have compared, she should have compared someone to who is her like equivalent, you know? Not to say she's less than Alex Earl, but in terms of like numbers, numbers is what gets you paid more though. You get me? You're just, if you have 7 million followers, you're just obviously going to get a greater check. Yes, race absolutely plays a part in it, but I don't think it was a fair assessment to her, because it's like, actually, Fannita, you're putting a very narrow scope, and it's like you have such a broad, you know, appeal and like your audience and your target. It's not even worth comparing yourself to Alex, you know, because she's not doing what you're doing, you know.
And to be fair, she doesn't have as many obstacles as you. Right. And I think she was just barking kind of at the wrong tree. Like, her fans really didn't need that rant. Like, if you want that check, then you got to go ask for it to the people who are going to give it to you. Mm-hmm. Like, your fans are not going to get you those sponsorships. You got to go out and look for those sponsorships. Mm-hmm. A lot of people are upset with her too, because what they're saying is, you have to work with brands that are appealing to you. Kind of like us. Like, if we worked with a brand that hates Mexicans and hates Latinos, like Hondurans, you know, like, it wouldn't make any sense. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, so a lot of people are knocking her for that as well, that she's not really reaching out to brands that are gonna
appeal to her target audience.
Yeah, her, I guess. But that's what they're saying too, that she really doesn't have
like a niche.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I also think, who gives a fuck? Yeah. I feel like she's getting, you know, she is what she is. And I think being an influencer is kind of a hard road to navigate, in the sense where you want to be authentic, but also if you're not that authentic, people are going to trash you for it. Yeah. But also you don't want to lose yourself in that kind of sense. So Alex Earl, it's easy because she's beautiful and like white. Mm-hmm. It's easy to not fuck up. Just don't say racist shit, which she does anyways, and still gets her, you know.
She says racist shit?
She's pro-Israel, and that's a no for me.
Oh, damn. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I saw it once, and after that, I was like, who? I don't even know who she is, to be honest. I don't really follow her that well. But again, I don't. Her. Yeah, like, I don't look out.
I don't consume. I really don't. I'm not her audience.
Yeah, I really tend to mostly gravitate towards Latino influencers. Mm-hmm. At least I try to. Me trying to think of a white bitch that I follow.
I don't think I follow any white girls. Unless I know them personally. And I probably just know one.
Like Brittany Broski. But Brittany Broski speaks Spanish.
What?
Mm-hmm. She got a degree in
linguistics?
In Spanish. Oh.
Shout out to Brittany.
For funsies, by the way, y'all.
Oh.
Yeah.
So even more power to her.
Yeah, I love Brittany Broski. And then when I found out she spoke Spanish, I was like, okay, bitch.
I love her even more.
Yeah. I think that's the only white woman I follow, actually.
Yeah. That's so funny I brought it up. I literally I don't know. I just felt like, and too, a lot of people were saying that Fannita, now that she's in her skinny girl era, then like, oh, she's more mean now. She's more this. But I saw a video of her a few months back before she got her gastric, because she got a gastric sleeve bypass. She got a gastric bypass. I think this sleeve is different. She got a gastric bypass, the surgery. And she's just like, I already know, because I guess her content, I also don't consume too much of Fannita, but I, see her there and there. But I guess her content is about her, like, I'm the shit, I'm the bitch, like, like, very confident girl. And she's just, when she was still in her bigger figure, she was just like, all right, guys, I'm about to lose weight, I'm about to do this. And I already know you guys are going to start hating on me and saying that I'm changed because of the weight. But just know it has nothing to do with the weight and everything to do with me. I'm a bad bitch and I'm always stay a bad bitch. But I already know the internet is going to turn on me as soon as I become more conventionally attractive and my size shrinks, because now you actually do think that I am better than you. Because when I was fat, you actually didn't think I had the value. I wasn't conventionally attractive enough for it to be threatening. But now that I'm losing weight and I'm in a better shape, now it's threatening because I am more conventionally attractive according to the status quo. So now you are going to take me saying I'm a badass bitch and there's no one better to heart. Because now you're like, I'm not the funny fat girl. Now I'm the hot girl who just thinks she's the shit.
Yeah, and now you have to work harder to be funny. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think she has a lot of obstacles, and I think she's letting her anger out on the wrong people. Because, like, there's no point in letting it out on your fans. Because the people talking shit on TikTok, they're not your fans. There's no reason to attack them because they're irrelevant people. Like, you gotta focus. Like, I don't know. I think she's just pissed. I think she needs to hold her composure. But it's all her niche to kind of be like, bitch, this is how it is. This is how I feel, and this is what I'm gonna say. But I do think y'all need to give her more grace because I don't think there's anything wrong. Like, if you're bigger and you want to lose weight, I don't think you should get bashed on for it. Like, if you want to lose weight, you want to fucking lose weight, bitch. It doesn't mean, I hate fat people or I hate being fat. It's just you want to change the way you look, and that's it.
Yeah. And I think it's, let's be honest, let's be true. Fat phobia is real. And maybe you guys were only validating her because she was a funny fat girl. And now that she's in her hot girl era, you are feeling a little bit threatened and you are a little bit on defense because maybe you don't think or you don't feel that people who are in their weight loss journey should feel confident, Or at the end of the day, her content was always about, I'm the baddest bitch, period.
Yeah.
Her size was not even in the conversation. She's just like, I'm a baddie. So I think I didn't watch all her content, but if this is who she was and she was a size 12, 14, 16, 18, then this is who she's going to be at a size 4, 6, 2, 0, 00. Like,
and I think if you guys are trying to cancel her for wanting sponsorships, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Or cancel her for thinking she's the baddest shit in the world. That's what you should be. You should sit down in the mirror and look at yourself and tell yourself that. You should be more convinced that you're the baddest shit in the world rather than being worried about somebody else who thinks you're the shit. Because, bitch, you might not even be the fart. So, you need to get it together.
That shit hits so well. Like, it's so perfect.
It's perfect. Like, you think you're this shit, bitch? You're not even the fart. I'll be going hard. I haven't heard anything from my spies, actually, recently. True. Is she in her hiding girl era? Ever since she got caught talking shit about Nicki Minaj?
What?
You didn't hear that?
No.
So her best friend's name is Baby Stormy. She's also like a music artist. I guess she used to bully her back like in high school. They went to like this like performing arts school, and I guess she used to be her bully. Graduated, started reaching out and being like friendly to her. That girl Stormy was like trying to get into the music business, so she started getting friendly, acquainted with her, getting some of her contacts that she was developing in the industry. And I guess she started befriending some girl that used to bully Stormy. And like she even put her in a song in that song Deli. She's like, shout out to my girl Lucy. That's the white bitch that used to bully Stormy. And Stormy was allegedly her best friend. So she's like, why are you like becoming close with this girl when you know like all the pain and hurt that she caused me? And so I guess like Ice Spice just started doing a lot of shady things. And she's just like, honestly, fuck that. Boom. Starts like revealing all of these messages of like Ice Spice. And she's just like, yeah, dude, like Nikki's so fucking ungrateful. She's like she's ungrateful and greedy, just like my mom. She's just like, I brought her this Barbie song and she's acting like it's nothing to her. And then I want to do this song.
What?
Yeah. So she was talking like shit about Nicki Minaj. And ever since that, I have not heard from her.
What the hell? I had no idea.
This is Twitter beef.
Where you at, girl?
Her best friend was laying out all her stuff. Like her best friend even revealed some messages where she's talking about her mom, and she's just like, yeah, we could have had a house, but mom decided to spend all her money on her body. fucking dumbass bitch. Like, just talking mad shit about her mom.
How do you feel about that, though? Like, friends befriending, like...
People you don't like?
People that you've had problems with or you don't like, or, you know, they talk shit about you.
So first, let's give context. So are they somebody that, like, suddenly they just started becoming more acquainted with them, or they always knew them and had, like, a history with them?
No, I think, like, more sudden.
Sudden? I feel like...
Because in the story, in the story, you're saying that, like, it was kind of out of nowhere, right?
Yeah,
like,
I don't know if that girl also went to high school with them too, so I don't know if, like, she knew her, but, like, why even get close to her,
yeah.
you know? Like, at this point, like, you're a big star, like, what do you need? What is she gonna do for you, you know? What I feel like we don't own people, you know? I feel like everyone has the right to, like, make their own decisions. But if this is someone that, like, hurt me and caused me damage, and you never had a relationship with them prior to me having an issue or an incident with them, and then you're befriending them and being friends with them while they did me dirty, and I told you they did me dirty, I feel like that is shady. I feel like it's just super shady.
What about the people that are like, oh, because I love the quote that's like, a friend to all is a friend to none.
Yeah.
Like the people that are like, no, I just don't like I'm just like neutral, like it's just none of my
business.
Like,
but why were you not friends with her this time last year? If you like, why did they suddenly have a vested interest in forming a friendship with you coincidentally after I had a fallout with them? I feel like it's different if it's just like, let's say you and me, we started talking like last year and we DM'd and like we're kind of like building that rapport, but then like, you know, I start beefing like with Vanessa, but it's just kind of like, well, we've already kind of started talking, started like chatting, you know, and then now I started hanging out with you as soon as I start beefing with Vanessa. It's just like, well, now why are you trying to kick it? Like we had a whole year that we've been sending messages and you never asked me to kick it. And now I started beefing with this bitch and now you want to kick it.
What about like let's say let's use Salud as an example. Okay. Like, you know, you guys are friends, but not like you guys are acquaintances. Yeah. Okay. And we're friends. And Salud does like some fucked up shit to me. Like, would you be that person of where it's like if we're actually friends, do you feel like Salud would be someone that you would need to cut off? Or do you think it's more of like that we're like, well, you know, like I'm kind of neutral here. Like, I don't really know.
I feel like it depends on how close the friends we are. If we're really close and like I regularly invited Salud out to do certain things and we're really good friends, I would separate it. But if it's like he's just my acquaintance and he did you dirty, I'm going to have like a perception of him that this is not like a trustworthy person. Yeah. Granted, I feel like I'm also my own adult, so I can form my own opinion. Right. And there's also people that know who they can try and not try. But I'm going to be honest, I'm a very, like, territorial person. I feel like if someone does something fucked up to my friend, you did it to me. And it's beef forever. Like, I've had my best friend, there's this fucking bitch that I hate, and I'm always talk shit about her because I don't hate her, actually. But I want her to know that I'm doing amazing without her, and I actually never really appreciated her friendship. I would say her name, but I don't want to give her the clout. But actually, I like have a disdain for her. But like my best friend was best friends with her, so I had to like put up with it. And then she continued to do shit like fucked up towards me, but like my best friend was still her best friend. You get me? And I had to be an adult about it because there was a pre-existing relationship. Yeah. But if it was just like you're all of a sudden becoming friends with this bitch who's talking shit about me, it will make me feel upset at my best friend. And actually, at some point, me and my best friend did have a conversation. I'm like, I just think it's really fucked up that she's telling all of this shit about me to you. Like, why is she telling you all that shit about me?
Yeah, like, why can't she separate that as well?
I'm just like, because I don't sit here and talk shit about that bitch. I do now when I get the chance, because I didn't for all those years, because I was a better person. And that's why I don't actually believe in being a better person. I don't believe you should be the bigger person. I'll be honest right now. Being the bigger person's never going to do anything for you unless you're a person who wants to be the bigger person. But me personally, cuss those motherfuckers out. Say what you got to say. Get it out your motherfucking chest. Because you know why? Otherwise, you're going to be sitting there 4 years later, rethinking the conversation, being like, I shouldn't have been so nice because this person's going to be continuing to drag my name when I should have cleared them and cleared their fucking smile off their face, thinking that I'm okay with what they did to me. Yeah. Like, let it out, because I swear I do have conversations when I think back about that dumbass bitch that I fucking talked to at, I'm not going to say the place because I don't support them either. That was a long time ago. But it's just like, I should have told you to your face. You're a lying ass conniving bitch. But it's cool. I keep the voice memo.
100%. And that happened with me and my best friend too. Like, there was like a friendship that she had, and I told her, I was like, you guys were only friends because at the time we had fallen out, and I was like, you guys were literally in a little I hate Stephanie club. That's the only reason you guys were friends, because like now that we're cool again, she doesn't like that.
Exactly. I feel like that would make me feel like you're fake as fuck. Like I just feel like we don't own people, but I'm a big person in loyalty. So I feel like if this person, you want to be friends with them after what they just did to me and we're close, you really don't have a lot of care for me. Yeah. You know, you're probably not defending my name or my honor. Like,
yeah, like they can say stuff to you when I'm not there and you're not going to put a stop to it.
Yeah, that's why they're talking about me with you, because they're so comfortable with you. Yeah, so I feel like they're fake as fuck and the other person's fake as fuck. Personally, if you're befriending bitches that are talking shit about me and my homegirls, they're just not my friends. Like, I'm sorry. The friend of my enemy is not my friend either. You feel me?
Yeah. Count your fucking days, Ice Spice.
Yeah. Hey, no, not me, because I love Ice Spice.
Hey, nah, I'm kidding.
She was wrong, but hey.
But everybody makes mistakes.
Everybody has those days.
Wise woman once said.
Hey, shout out to
Hannah Montana. We trust.
Hey, yes. Okay. That's our new mantra. Yeah. In women we trust.
Women we trust.
Hey, period. Because not in men.
No, fuck no, bitch. Fuck no. Mm-mm. Well, they can't see, but from the side I can see your boob.
I know. I actually had to wear a bra under this because I didn't realize it was see-through. It's not like incredibly see-through, but I don't know how 4K the camera is.
That's what I was gonna say. If you guys can see my nipple,
no, you can't see your nipple. Okay. So my bra is literally like falling apart. Like it's not even anywhere. Like my tit is like not even in the place because I don't have the proper support. You know
me? What though? I bought the cakes that Yoatzi recommended. They're really good.
They're really good?
Yeah,
okay, I'm gonna order them.
I think you should. They're really good.
I was looking for nipple pasties, but I was hella fucking late, so I'm like, I'm not gonna add an extra 5 minutes looking for these. Because I always have them in my third drawer to my right. Yeah, my third drawer to my right, because that's where I have like my lipsticks and all that stuff. Yeah. So it wasn't there. So I'm like, great. Now I'm gonna have to look through everything. I'm like, I don't have time. So I was trying to look for. You know how sometimes you have the sports bras that just have like the
little
pad. Yeah. I was gonna wear that, but I couldn't find that, and I had to go through all my calzones. I'm like, I'm just gonna wear this bra and tuck in the sides.
No, you literally. I didn't know you had a bra on. You can't tell.
I actually don't have a bra on. No, just kidding.
I know. I hate like. Guys, I'm sorry. I know I always talk about my tits, but I just really want them done.
They look good. I like that halter top, though. It's supporting your yitties.
My little itty bitties.
Itty bitty committee. Hey, they look cute, though.
No, I'm like just dressed like a major slut today. I'm sorry. I'm not. If you see my underwear, they're not my underwear. They're shorts, okay?
It's okay to be a slut. It's just not okay to be a puti puerca.
What's that?
Okay, so I saw this story on TikTok of this guy talking about his wife's best friend who's a puti puerca. Why? Because I'm like, when does sexual liberation, does it have its limits? Like, have you gone too far? Because she decided that after meeting someone at a bar and they told her that they were interested or their kink was necrophilia, she still decided that she wanted to have fellatio with this person.
Please tell everyone what necrophilia is.
If you don't know what necrophilia is, it means that you like having intercourse with deceased persons.
Dead.
No pulse.
Dead corpses.
In the coffin type dead.
What the fuck?
She still went, slept with him. Now she has a flesh-eating bacteria in her vaginal area.
Oh my God.
And because she's a nurse, she was trying to treat it herself, but it was flesh-eating bacteria. It got so bad after day 3, she couldn't even stomach the stench. So she was rushed to the ER. So now because they could tell how severe this guy has necrophilia because of the level of the flesh-eating bacteria, and he was like one of the top tiers. Turns out his family owns mortuaries.
That's usually, oh my God. See, this is that fucking go back to that argument of man or a bear. Bitch, not even dead. I can women can rest in peace.
Yeah.
What the fuck? That's so crazy though. I think women just need to stop. This isn't even a red flag, bitch. Call the cops. If somebody told me they're into necrophilia, I'm calling the police. Because how the fuck do you even know that? How do you know that you're into that?
I just feel like, why there's levels to slut and you're a fucking whore, because you're a puti puerca. Like, you're sick because you're choosing to have sexual intercourse with someone who just told you they enjoy not even sexual intercourse. That's rape, I would say, in some form. That's like rape with a dead person because there's no consent. Even though there's no life to them, you're objectifying and assaulting their body.
Like, it's a human person that was. Oh my God, what the fuck?
That's disgusting.
That's fucking disgusting. Especially because, like, if you have heard of necrophilia, that's literally what it's usually related to, because you are so prone to getting that fucking flesh-eating disease. And that fact that you're a nurse and you know this and you still overlooked it, knowing there's probably someone else in that fucking bar that you could have taken home easily, because you're easy, clearly. But
clearly.
And it's not even to slut shame. It's just more of like, how do you not have the slightest standard for yourself?
I'm slut shaming her because I'm sorry. There's one thing just fucking somebody, and there's fucking somebody when they just got done telling you they're interested in dead people. Like, what are like, what?
I mean, you're interested in dead people because you can do whatever you want, literally, knowing there's no consequences to whatever actions you're about to take.
And I'm like, and you had sexual intercourse with him without a condom. That to me is like, you're puti puerca because, one, you genuinely have no care for your body, and two, you don't even practice safe sex after you just give it to anyone. Like, to me, that's puti puerca. Like, you're disgusting slut.
How do you even, like, get turned on at that point knowing this person has fucked a dead person?
She anything turns her on. Her clit must be huge.
It's just throbbing.
It's just throbbing. She just can't even have. She can't even have her pants real tight because
she just shakes.
Yeah. I'm like, that's disgusting.
No, that's fucking sick. Like, sick. I'm fucking appalled.
I'm appalled. This is gross. And I'm like, it just makes sense why mummies, if you were a female mummy, your family would actually allow your body to decay and decompose at home before they sent them to to get like mummified, because it was so common for like
not this shit them. Being like ancient times.
Mummies. That's why actually when we look at like female mummies and male mummies are typically better preserved because they didn't have to like worry about them being harassed or not harassed, them being like molested. I don't even know what's the proper word because they're dead, but like
still, like, imagine like your fucking sister passes and it comes out in the news that the mortician took advantage of your sister's body. Like, not only are you grieving the death, but now you have to deal with the fact that someone took advantage of someone you care about so much. God. Like, what the fuck?
In their worst condition.
Throw me in the oven. Throw me in the motherfucking oven. Ain't no fucking way. Like, no.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I'm like, and it's crazy when you think about it too. Like in history, they do it to mummies, and then with Marilyn Monroe, they said that her body was gone for like 40 minutes or a few hours. God. They said her body was gone for hours. How, like, what could have happened to at that time probably the most famous woman's body that it went missing for so many hours?
Oh my God.
And then the person who got buried on top of her asked them to flip him upside down so he could be facing her.
Shut the fuck up.
So it's like women are objectified in life and in death.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I used to want to be a mortician when I was
in
high school. Like, my senior project was like, you have to pick career. I picked mortician.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but I don't know what changed my mind, I guess.
Yeah. The life.
I'm scared of ghosts.
Literal life.
Oh my God, but that's so scary because most morticians are men. And these are men that are like isolated. Like, their career is literally isolation with dead people.
Yeah.
I still can't fathom the fact that it's kind of like incest. How do you approach your family afterwards? Like, after the cat's out the fucking
bag.
Yeah, I was like, what do they take him out?
Yeah,
of?
cat's out the bag.
Yeah, after like everyone finds out, how do you look anyone in the face? How do you look a woman that you're trying to take to bed at the bar in the face and say, I'm really into necrophilia? And the fact that this bitch was like, no, it's cool. That's okay.
I'm like, you're a puti puerca.
You're a fucking puerca. You're not even a puta at that point. You're just a fucking psycho in the head.
Fucking psycho. Because at least, like, whores get paid for a service.
No, really. And now your whole life is on the line.
Yeah. Your pussy is out of service. You are out of the game. Maybe indefinitely, maybe for a longer period of time.
100% definitely. How are you going to explain to someone how you got that fucking disease? Like, let's say you get better, let's say you heal. How are you going to explain to someone why you were in that position to begin with?
Yeah.
Because it's not like you can be like, oh, I didn't know, because now it's on the news. Who posted it, though? Like, who?
The wife's best friends. This guy, his wife's, that was her friend.
What the fuck?
So it's like your man, like your man telling a story about like his homie's girl.
Oh, hell no.
But like your friend, like
I'm
that.
sorry, that's there's a line, bitch. There's a line definitely to sexual liberation.
There's
100%.
a line. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, if you're putting your health and the health of others, I'm just thinking too, is the flesh-eating bacteria like asymptomatic to him?
Maybe.
Like, is there nothing that could have like warned you as a nurse? Because it's like maybe we're gonna look at it, with eyes of just regular eyes, but as like an expert in like health,
medical,
and anatomy.
Yeah.
You're like, there was not a whiff, there was not a smell, there was like nothing on the shaft.
Like to see. But I mean, they were probably drunk, not blaming the alcohol, but she probably was not paying attention to any of that.
And clearly she didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So
how did he tell her? Did they say in the story?
I don't think he told her. I think she just went to the doctor.
No. How did the friend?
Oh, find out? Yeah, the guy just told her. And like she said that he had told her before they went home that like he's into that, and she still fucked him. Can't
they call the police?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, is that a crime?
That's a crime. I think that's a crime.
I'm like, because technically if the person dies, like you can't be charged with something. So because he's mutilating, or not mutilating, but like molesting or assaulting these bodies, can there even be like a crime reported because they're dead?
No, 100% though, because how do you? Well, first of all, I guess she can't really sue him because he told her. But I feel like at that point, the police should definitely investigate.
Yeah.
Because it's still, I mean, it's kind of like if you, like, you're like bestiality. Like, that's
sick.
Illegal. You can't do that to animals.
That's sick.
You definitely can't do that to somebody's corpse.
So fucking sick.
Oh, men are so gross.
Men are gross.
Men are gross.
And some bitches are puti puercas.
Some bitches are gross even
So
more.
please, ladies, have some standards. Care for your body. Know that some diseases are incurable.
Deadly even.
Flesh-eating even. And so wear a condom. Ask questions. Ask for exams. And love yourself enough to know that there's toys that can help you reach levels and climax in a safe way.
No, and honestly, I think more than anything, be safe. Be safe with your body because nobody's going to care about your body more than you. Mm-hmm. And you only have one. Health is
everything.
You have nothing if you don't have health.
Yep.
You have nothing if you can't wake up every day. You have nothing, you be thankful for everything that your body can give you. So don't treat it like trash just because you want a quick fuck.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm all for fucking whoever you want, but I also think that for the most part, men will fuck anything, clearly.
Yeah,
clearly. So it has to be on you to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Don't expect anyone. And I really hate when my friends fuck without a condom. I'm sorry.
I hate that too.
That shit pisses me off. It's so irresponsible.
You're just putting so much trust in someone who's equally putting that trust in you, who may not be telling you the full truth. Therefore, you should take what they tell you with a grain of salt.
Yeah. Trust is earned. Mm-hmm. You don't just trust somebody oh, but he told me this. Okay, but did he prove that to you?
Right.
Did he show you?
Yes. And fucking with a condom and then sucking dick, you might as well just fuck without the condom, babe. There's diseases that can be passed orally. So don't be that dumb.
Exactly.
Hand jobs, use a lot of spit.
There you go.
If you must. Right. Oh, well, on that note, besties, thank y'all for tuning into another episode. Like, share, subscribe. Do y'all know a puti puerca? Does Stephanie look sexier with her haircut? We need to know these answers. So drop a comment. Let us know. Feel free to follow me on my Instagram and Twitter. TikTok, yeah, because Twitter, yeah, no, don't follow me on my Twitter. I'm like, do not go looking for me. All things ISIS, 3 L's, because I'm not taking a third loss.
Love that. Oh, before we go, I do want to give my movie rec of the week. A lot of y'all were talking shit about the Lego movie, so if you didn't go out and watch it, I feel sorry for you. I have no shame for my recommendation. It's one of the greatest films I've ever seen. I'm tired of this idea that children's movies can't be
amazing,
a masterpiece. Are you kidding me? It's
Shrek.
Fucking incredible. Literally, I truly put it on the same level as Shrek. It's so good.
Wow.
But this week I will recommend another movie, I guess, not a cartoon movie. I just watched this one last night actually, and it blew my fucking mind. It is so amazing. It's called District 9. I think you would love it.
District 9? Okay.
Yeah. It's an alien movie, but I can't even really explain it. It's shot in kind of a documentary form, and then it goes into regular movie. But it really has to do with war, poverty, displacement of
oh my God,
aliens. Like, it is amazing, and it shows even the selfishness of humans.
Wow.
Like, oh no, my God, it's like it's pretty much about these aliens. The mothership comes to Earth and then just shuts down, and then a piece of it falls, and then the humans go up into the airplane and they find all the aliens extremely malnourished. So they put them in kind of like a Section 8 type of place. But the movie is about they're evicting everyone, and they're kind of sending them to concentration camps, and they're trying to get all the aliens to sign like eviction notices. But one of the aliens has been working towards trying to get I guess the ship back up. And it just shows like the selfishness of like how humans don't care of how hard work, how long it takes to kind of accomplish a goal, and they'll just fuck it up for their own selfish needs. It's a very, 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 very good movie. 10 out of 10, I would say. And shout out to my boyfriend, because it's usually me putting him on, but
he put you on.
Yeah, it's such a good fucking movie. I literally have been thinking about it since last night. So definitely check it out. District 9. If you guys have seen Elysium, I think it's called. It's the same director. Okay. So check it out. Let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you guys are okay with this one. But I also want to recommend a more happy tone movie, which is Good Will Hunting. If you guys haven't seen it, 10 out of 10. It's old, it's a classic, but it's amazing. So I will leave you guys with that. And you guys can follow me at Steph's Got Milk on all platforms. So thank you, besties, for watching.
Wait, before we end, when are we going to start the book club thing? Because I decided I do want to read along with you.
Yay! I was going to mention that, and I totally forgot. Good thing you said it. I'm actually going to start reading the book this week.
This week? Okay.
It's called El Invencible Verano de Liliana. Okay. It's really amazing. I'm gonna see if I could get a copy. I'll get you a copy.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm gonna start reading it this week, so hopefully by next week. I don't know. What do you guys think? 25, 50 pages? You guys let me know. I'll read to 50, and then you guys can let me know for next week when we have the discussion how long. If you guys want to join the broadcast channel on Instagram, I will be kind of updating there. So let me know what you guys think about that. I'm glad you're going to join it. Yay.
Yes. I feel like I got to follow along. So
and I think you'd love it. Yeah, I think you'd love the book, truthfully, too. Yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. We love you guys. Bye. Besties.